I was halfway through my second double shift when my phone buzzed. One new message. Walking builds character. Start walking. Mom. Then another. You've never been worth gas money. Dad. Attached was a screenshot from my sister's Instagram story, her smiling at the airport, luggage beside her, captioned, "Spain, here I come, paid in full, thanks Mom and Dad." I froze in the break room, the taste of burnt coffee turning metallic in my mouth. They'd sold my car, the one I'd bought myself after 2 years of night shifts and skipped meals. I didn't reply. I just sat there, phone in hand, pulse steadying. It wasn't the loss of the car that burned. It was the reminder. I was nothing to them but a resource to strip bare. It wasn't always this way. I used to think I mattered. I worked 2 jobs, paid rent on time, brought groceries when their fridge was empty. I thought that's what family did, carried each other. They carried my sister. Trips, new clothes, no questions asked. For me, every request was entitlement. Every need was weakness. I swallowed it for years, told myself love was sacrifice, told myself I was building bridges. But bridges go both ways, and they'd turned ours into a one-way road. The first crack came months before the car. I noticed cash missing from my room, a few borrowed things that never came back. They'd joke about it, as if I was being petty. Then I overheard my mother telling a neighbor I was too stupid to manage money. The same week I'd covered her overdue bills. But selling the car, that was different. That was theft wrapped in contempt. That was my turning point. I didn't scream, I didn't beg, I planned. Step 1, gather. I started pulling bank statements. Every transfer I'd ever made to them, every expense I'd covered, screenshots of texts where they admitted borrowing, photos of gifts bought for my sister with their money, money I'd earned. Step 2, track. I followed the paper trail on the car sale. The buyer was a friend of my father's. I got a copy of the sale receipt through a mutual contact. Price was lower than market, a favor. That favor became leverage. Step 3, strike where it hurts. They valued their reputation more than anything. They thrived on being the generous, respected couple in their community. I started small, anonymous tips to people they owed, quietly letting certain neighbors find out about their unpaid debts and shady deals. While they scrambled to put out social fires, I moved on the legal front. The car was registered in my name. The sale, without my consent, was illegal. My lawyer confirmed it. We filed for recovery of assets, not just the car, but damages. They didn't see it coming. They thought I'd sulk, maybe block them for a while. They didn't understand that silence from me was the sound of the ground shifting under them. 3 months in, their accounts were bleeding from lawyer fees. 4 months, and my father's friend, the car buyer, turned on them to save himself, giving us written proof they'd orchestrated the sale knowing it was stolen property. By month 5, the court froze their joint account pending resolution. Every payment they'd once made to me out of love was now evidence of financial dependence, strengthening my case for compensation. The confrontation came on the day of the final hearing. They sat across from me in the courthouse lobby. My father looked smaller somehow. My mother still had that smirk, the one she used when she thought she'd already won. "You're really doing this to us?" she said. I met her eyes. "You did it to yourselves." No raised voice, no insult, just fact. In the hearing, my lawyer dismantled them piece by piece. Every stolen dollar, every text, every false claim laid out like a crime scene. They couldn't spin it, couldn't charm the judge. The ruling was simple. They were ordered to repay the full value of the car plus damages, an amount big enough to choke them. The repayment plan would stretch years, garnished wages, court oversight. But I wasn't done. A week later, I executed the last step. Remember the friend who bought my car? I'd already arranged a separate buyback through him once the case was settled. The car was waiting for me, keys in hand. I drove it to their house, parked right out front. They came to the door. My mother's face went pale. My father stepped forward. "This is harassment," he growled. I tossed a manila envelope on the porch, copies of the repayment schedule. "This isn't harassment," I said, calm as ever. "It's a reminder. Every time you send me a payment, you'll remember that you tried to take from me, and you failed." I slid into the driver's seat, started the engine, and pulled away without looking back. I still work double shifts sometimes, not because I have to, because I want to. Because every hour I earn is mine, untouched by their greed.